My name is Mutasim from Darfur, western part of Sudan, and I've been living in Israel since 2009. And I hope my future profession would be assisting displaced and refugees around the globe, because I have experiences, and so I know the importance of this work.
Hello, my name is Tahana Kasai Zikargish. I am from Eritrea, and my future dream is to be a computer programmer or a computer developer.
My name is Johannes Bayru, and I'm from Eritrea. And while I was in my country, I used to be a lawyer, a co-lawyer, and a law advisor. So I always dreaming about the law, and I didn't get any opportunity in Israel to become a lawyer. But I hope for my future, if I get a good opportunity, I will fight to be a lawyer, a good lawyer.
I left Darfur basically because of the genocide taking place until today.
When I came to Israel is because of I am a Pentecostal believer while I was in my country, even now. And the religion that I participated is forbidden and considered as a crime in the eyes of the Eritrean regime. So I have been persecuted because of that, and I forced to leave my country.
My first priority is not to come to Israel. My first priority is to leave Eritrea due to the repressive regime.
The impression I got from Jewish as they are the first to stand for the cause of Darfur, and that as their moral obligation not to allow genocide happens again.
Journey, it depends upon the way you take, and the smugglers, how they took you from Sudan to Sinai, which is the Israel border. So for me it took almost 2 weeks, and it was very dangerous. And the Egyptian border, the Egyptian soldiers can shoot you at the border while crossing to Israel, and it's very hard and dangerous journey.
It took a month and a half, around month and a half. I came with the help of smugglers.
I knew I was going to cross the border illegally. I couldn't go to Israeli embassy in Cairo to ask for a visa permission to make it to Israel, because I'm fleeing. Once I crossed, I was welcomed pretty good by the Israeli soldiers, and I was told you don't have to fear because you're in Israel. But then the day after, I was sent to a prison named Saharonim. It's located in the desert of Negev. It's about 40 miles away from Beersheba, and I stayed there for 5 months. And there where I learned that there is a problem with the Israeli immigration policy.
The hardest year was in Israel in 2015, at the beginning of 2015, because a lot of Eritrean citizens, even Sudanese, was forced to go to the camp, the Holet. The Holet means like a detention center for every African refugee asylum-seekers. Detained there for non-reason, like they stayed and they don't have a right to work, they don't have a right to ask whatever, they're just detained over there.
When I came to Israel, I explained them about my case, that I was being kept in prison in Eritrea because of trying to escape the country at once, and I was kept in Eritrea in prison for almost 1 year. And I explained everything that makes me a refugee and what makes me to leave the country that I was born on. And but the treatment, the asylum treatment in Israel is, as the whole world know, is not going transparent.
The community was in a very miserable situation, and leaders were targeted by the government. The main reason behind that is to break the spirits of asylum seekers so that they can leave Israel voluntarily. The idea of community leadership and self-advocacy workshops was basically to train community leaders.
To gather the whole Eritreans and Sudanese and to identify what's going on, what we should do, and what will be our next step. So to be as a leader and to be an advisor also.
It's very important, not just for the community, but also to outrage with the Israeli society, and always there must be somebody who was able to tell the story to make sure that asylum seekers are heard. My vision is basically working for the community until we achieve the basic rights for asylum seekers.
As a community of advisor, I will struggle, I will fight, I will ask like a legally way until the end, I guess.